Ratepayers of Georgian Bluffs, hello, I am Scott Cattle, and I am your candidate for mayor of our great municipality. For 32 years, I have lived and worked along with raising my family here, and I strongly believe it's time for me to stand up, give back to our community, and put us back on track to a stronger future. I have been involved in agricultural all my life, along with operating my concrete and building development business for the last 32 years. Over the years, I have volunteered in many community programs such as minor hockey and 4-H. My business experience has been a great asset for me in working within a team environment and resource management. I am very aware and up to date of the numerous issues in front of all of us. Along with standard services and infrastructure requirements, we have a couple of capital investment problems with the purchase of the Wyerton Airport and the biodigester development that are currently using tax dollars to operate. If we are going to get these kind of projects back on track and paying for themselves, it's time for our elected officials to get out from behind the desk and create the business, find the business required for these to become financially feasible. We cannot continue to sink standard tax dollars into past mistakes. We have a great opportunity to grow, expand, and develop our current economic base. In the past few years, the provincial government has handed down numerous new policies and procedures that allows rural and agricultural areas to grow and thrive in today's new marketplace. But why is our current elected officials and administration refusing to acknowledge these new policies and continue to use outdated regulations and bylaws? These deter growth and economic stability for all of us. We can only make the change from the top down. We need to get our elected council members up to date, engaged, and most of all accountable for the decisions they're making. We need to create a strong, diverse economy here, not only for ourselves, but also give our kids the opportunity and stability to raise their families in our great area. We have lost sight of everyone has a voice. Our elected officials are not there for just the few. I would like to hear from you, and I would like to hear what your comments and concerns are. Feel free to contact me at any time, and with your support, we can make the change from the top down. Better for all of us.
Hello, my name is Kathy Maura Coburn, and I'm running for council in Georgian Bluffs. I've been spending time recently going door to door in many areas of our township, introducing myself and getting to know people, having conversations about issues that matter to residents. I believe that it's important to understand the concerns of the people in order to be an effective member of council. I have lived and worked in this area for many years, and this is where we raised our family. I grew up on a farm in Grey County, and I'm a recently retired registered nurse. I've been a member of many boards of directors and committees, both on a professional and community basis. These experiences have prepared me well to work effectively with others, to advocate on behalf of others, and to develop policies that ensure efficiency, transparency, and accountability. I've also been a dedicated volunteer for many years with several local organizations such as Meals on Wheels, Big Sisters, Crime Stoppers, Minor Sports, and School Council. And in that same spirit of working on behalf of others, I hope to represent the well-being and interests of the residents of Georgian Bluffs. My goal is to ensure that your tax dollars are spent responsibly and that council develop and support services and programs that meet your needs. I intend to represent all residents of our community: agricultural families, business owners, public sector workers, retired persons, working families, and our younger population. I commit to work hard and to put in the time and the effort that's needed to serve you well. I believe that council needs a fresh perspective from time to time to bring new ideas and new solutions to the table. I ask that you cast a vote for me in October so that you can count on someone at council who's representing you well. On Election Day, please make your vote count. Thank you.
My name is EJ McComb, and I want your vote for Councillor of Georgian Bluffs. So why vote for me? For who I am and what I bring to Georgian Bluffs. I'm invested in the community. I'm on the executive of my children's sports. I'm involved at their school. I'm on the Katy Community Center Board of Management. In short, if there's a cause that I can add value to, I jump in. I know how to work well with others. I know how to work responsibly with very limited funds. My professional experience is organic and hard-earned. I began as a software programmer. Then I worked in the telecommunications industry as a road technician, dealing directly with customers. And currently, I'm a business solutions consultant. Today, I solve complicated problems for businesses and advise them on their next moves. And I want to bring this skill to Georgian Bluffs. I work hard, and I have a reputation for accountability, both personally and professionally. For example, I've never had a sick day in my career. In short, you can count on me to work hard for you. What will I bring to Georgian Bluffs? I'll make it my mandate to get back to grassroots. I will listen to you. I will bring sound solutions and ideas, and I will be accountable to you. Through my campaigning to date, I've heard stories of issues of citizens that feel that they're not being dealt with. I think that their issues have fallen on deaf ears. I can promise that any issue brought to me will be legitimized and taken seriously. I'll get you an answer, or we'll work together on making a change. I will truly listen. It's my daily job to come up with solutions for challenging business problems, and I enjoy it. The diversity of issues brought to me keeps things interesting. I want to apply this ability to Georgian Bluffs Council decisions. There have been notable decisions made in the past 8 years that have cost taxpayers considerably. I can't promise perfection, but I can promise that my careful, experienced eye will look over every decision with the attention that it deserves. And lastly, I'll be accountable to you for every decision made. I will bring forward your concerns. I will make sure that they have Council's attention. I will answer and explain any position on any decision made on your behalf. Please take the time to vote in the upcoming election. Don't forget that voting this year is by internet and telephone, and you will need your paperwork from Georgian Bluffs in order to vote. I hope that you will vote for me, EJ McComb, in the upcoming election. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Carroll Barford, and I am seeking your support in the upcoming election in Georgian Bluffs. My past council experience, 24 years, a willingness to listen, learn, common sense approach, and a strong voice will be a benefit to all in Georgian Bluffs. I have lived in the Bluffs for over 40 years, and I feel it is very important to be an active member of the community. I've been a member of the Kimball and District Lions Club for over 20 years and volunteered at various community events throughout the years. My promises to you are to work hard, be accessible, not be afraid to make tough decisions. Together, let's keep Georgian Bluffs the best place to live now and in the future. A lot of people are saying to me, where are your election signs? Well, as in the past, in lieu of election signs, I've been making a donation to the Owen Sound Hospital. This election, I will be splitting that between Owen Sound Hospital and Wyerton Hospital. Thank you for your time and consideration. I appreciate your support. Re-elect Carroll Barford, Councillor Georgian Bluffs. And I'd like to extend a special thank you to Rogers for doing this interview. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ryan Thompson, and I'd like to ask for your vote as councillor in Georgian Bluffs in this October election. I'm very proud to have been your council in Georgian Bluffs for the last 4 terms, and I would like to represent you for the next 4 years. My family consists of my wife Jen, our daughters Haley and Shelby, and our son Reese. We are very proud to call Georgian Bluffs our home. I'm proud of our council's work during this term. We've maintained a skilled set of professionals, and we've made improvements to our recreational facilities, meeting places, and play areas. We've managed planned growth while respecting our rural values. We've invested in our information technology system, making it easier for our ratepayers to access information about scheduled meetings and access council minutes. Despite this good work, there is more for us to do in the upcoming term. During the next term, I would like us to focus on what I believe to be our main role: provision of basic and hard services, roads, bridges, community centers, public places, garbage collection, and recycling. These are services that ratepayers expect in a small rural municipality. Our focus needs to center on provision of these services in an efficient manner while maintaining our low tax rate. We are experiencing a growth in four-season retirement homes and also young families relocating to our communities. As such, we need to continue to invest in community facilities for seniors to remain active and for our children to play in recreational places. Georgian Bluffs is an amalgamation of smaller rural communities: Kemble, Shoaldice, Shallow Lake, Kilsyth, Big Bay, to name only a few. There are many more. Each small hamlet or region within our community has a rich heritage, and ratepayers relate to this. We need to respect that. Residents deserve good governance and transparent leadership from all council members. I pride myself on being a critical thinker that uses evidence-based decision-making skills and collaboration with others for every decision that comes before council. I believe the input of every ratepayer in Georgian Bluffs to be important, and I encourage communication with all ratepayers. I strive to be approachable regarding every matter and provide earnest responses to every member of the community. I believe that every ratepayer deserves this commitment. In closing, I ask for your vote this October, and this is a request I take very seriously. This October, please vote for me, Ryan Thompson, and let me continue to work for you.
Hello everyone, my name is Grant Pringle and I want to be a councillor for Georgian Bluffs. I have been a resident in Georgian Bluffs for over 30 years. I am married to my beautiful wife Lorenda for 23 years and have twin boys, Mitchell and Mackenzie, aged 21. For 12 years now, I have owned and operated Bricklin Wholesale, a small business based in Springmount. Been involved in many sporting and community organizations for over 25 years with a variety of different roles. So it all began on a Saturday morning when I mentioned to Lorenda, I'm going to run for council. Lorenda's comment, why? I replied, it's time to see what's going on in our own backyard and it's time for change. Two hot topics for Georgian Bluffs are the biodigester and the Wyerton Airport, both of which are a huge negative financial burden to the taxpayer. Now we own it in whole and as a part, I truly believe that we must exhaust all avenues to change financial outcome from negative to positive quickly, knowing that this task will require input from all groups involved, including you, the taxpayer. You, the taxpayer, deserves to know what is being done, the cost, the risk, and the potential return in future for these significant investments. Other areas that I see as a concern in the township will be the seniors. Our present percentage is approximately 20%, and that is on the increase in the near future as our population is getting older and our younger generation is leaving the area for work. And also recycling. More can be done. In today's world, we must do all we can to ease the burden for the next generation. Also, we need to get on track with the City of Owen Sound and our neighboring townships with strong communication, willingness to listen, and understanding what each other need. We can all move forward being financially responsible and creating a better place to live for our taxpayers and developing business growth. In summary, I bring to you, the taxpayer, new ideas, willingness to listen, open-minded, a strong voice that will be heard, a passion for the township, and a true team player. A team with a strong vision and strong support of the taxpayers can achieve great things. Thanks to Rogers for the opportunity to speak, and thank you to the voters for listening. In Georgian Bluffs, everyone matters.
Hi there, I'm Nicole Egan and I'm running for council in Georgian Bluffs. Born in Toronto, I've been visiting Georgian Bluffs since I was a teenager, and I am lucky enough now to live here full time. I live in Big Bay and I work in economic development in the region, and I think that combination gives me a unique insight that can help to support prosperity in our region, as well as a real sense of economic development and long-term sustainability. I think what I bring to the table is a unique perspective and a really strong sense of collaboration that I believe is important to the future of our community. We have a limited tax base. 10,500 of us live in Georgian Bluffs, and we contribute to a tax base, and I think it's really important that we understand where those funds are directed and how best we can come together to use them in a responsible, sustainable way, and a way that is ultimately beneficial for all of us residents in Georgian Bluffs. For me, there's really two key issues in this election. One of those is transparency, so that we understand where our tax dollars are spent, and that we have a voice in speaking to how those funds are allocated. So, do we prioritize our spending on roads? Do we prioritize our spending on an airport or a biodigester? I don't think that we're asking our community most regularly enough those questions, I guess. So for me, it's really important that we, one, focus on transparency and getting the relevant information on the things that we do spend our tax dollars on out to our community, and two, really engage them in a discussion about what's important to them. Next up, I think our environment is really important. We live in a wonderfully beautiful place in the world, whether we're here permanently or those of us who have been cottagers, and then some people retire here, or like me, they're lucky enough to be able to move up here in mid-career stream. I think that it's important that we look at the decisions that we make around water and conservation and really weigh up our environment when we're making long-term plans. I think the airport and the biodigester are great examples of where we need some more information from our local council and our local municipal staff. And they're the types of things that I'd like to see debated and discussed, both at council and at our upcoming all candidates meetings. I look forward to hearing from members of the community on what's important to you, because I know I've only scratched the surface on a couple of the issues that I think are important. Really, I think the role of our municipal representatives is just that, to represent us, to give us voices around a council table, and to ensure that those of us who live in the community have an opportunity to engage in the discussion about that community's development. And that's really important for long-term growth. I work locally in economic development, and I think that I can bring a unique perspective to the table and a really solid understanding of how to navigate policy and governmental agencies and who we can go to for support. And I look forward to engaging with all of you and discussing the issues.
Hi, my name is Rick Odette, and I'm hoping to be your counselor for Georgian Bluffs. Please let me apologize, as I am a little under the weather, but did not want to miss out on this opportunity to speak to you and introduce myself. Please let me start out with maybe a little bit about my background. So I'm a father of two wonderful boys and a very fortunate man to be with such a wonderful wife for over 20 years now. My background is in finance. I am a mortgage specialist for Meridian Credit Union, and I've been fortunate enough to work for that company for just over 10 years. I've also had the opportunity and been blessed to work for the Inter-Township Fire Department for just over 5 years now as a volunteer firefighter, which has given me the opportunity to open so many doors to serve my community in so many different ways. I am a resident of Georgian Bluffs for just over 9 years now, and I truly am humbled to call that my home and have the opportunity to raise my family in Georgian Bluffs. Understanding just how wonderful it is to be a resident of Georgian Bluffs, I wanted to take this opportunity to tell you that this would be an honor for me to serve my community, and a challenge that I've never been more ready for. As a counselor, I will never make promises on things I can't deliver on, but what I can promise is to be a proactive, genuine partner in my community, work as a partner and a teammate to doing what's, at the end of the day, what's right, which is serving our township and its residents. In my mind, there are no visions or ideas that are too small. What I want to be is a voice in my community, and a voice for the partnerships that I'm about to create with the other councillors that you have elected. In closing, I'd love to take the opportunity to say thank you to Rogers TV and for your time in this message, and hope that you will pick me as your counselor this year. And I promise, as mentioned, to be a proactive, genuine partner in my community and always be involved at the end of the day. Thank you for your time.
Hi, my name is Craig Sanderson. I'm running for the position of counselor in Georgian Bluffs. I've lived in Grey County for over 28 years. I've lived in Georgian Bluffs for approximately 20. I'm married to my amazing wife, Christy, for over 22 years, and we have 3 children, Natasha, Sydney, and Scott. A couple of issues that are going to be important to this election, and Georgian Bluffs appear to be the airport and the biodigester. I support them both. I support the biodigester for the simple reason that we need to do a better job of getting human waste off our fields. It can be used for many things. We can even put source separated organics and, as I mentioned, human waste. We need to treat this not like a center that we are going to profit from almost. I think what we need to do is look at it more along the lines of we're providing a service. No one ever looks at a city department of sewage treatment and thinks that they should make money off that. And I think we need to evolve a thought process around that with the biodigester as well. The airport, on the other hand, I think is an amazing asset that we have that we can do a lot more with. Do I think we have a comprehensive business plan in place now? I don't think so, but I think we can have one. I know some things are coming along the horizon that are going to be very big game changers for that place, and I think we need just to have a little more patience on it. As far as working with other communities goes, I think we have to. I think we have to share services in a way that I don't think we've ever really put a focus on it. The costs are becoming larger for every center, for fire, for policing. And what we've witnessed in Toronto is that Premier Ford has decided that there's going to be 25 councillors on 25 provincial ridings. We reside in one provincial riding. We have 17 councils. We have approximately just under 90 councillors, 17 mayors, and 17 deputy mayors. We need to get ahead of this now rather than be told what we're going to do at a point in time later. In conclusion, I'd just like to thank everybody, and I hope that during the period of October 12th to October 22nd, you'll consider voting for me, Craig Sanderson, for councillor in Georgian Bluffs. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Michael Lemmy. I'm running for the position of trustee with the Catholic School Board. I have 11 years of experience. I am a trustee at the present time. I attend a number of professional board committees at the present time, and they're all a great interest to me. The Mental Health Advisory Committee, the Special Education Advisory Committee, and the Information and Technology Steering Committee. All of those areas are a great interest to me, and I think they're very important for the, I may have to do this again.
Want to start again?
Sure, yeah. Thanks.
Right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, my name is Michael Lemmy. I am a trustee with the Bruce Grey Catholic District School Board, and I'm running for that position again. I have 11 years of experience as a trustee. I have great interest in a number of areas, and I'm honored to sit as a representative on certain board committees, like the Mental Health Advisory Committee, Special Education Advisory Committee, and Information Technology and Steering Committee. As well as my interest as a trustee, I'm a retired probation officer of young offenders. I retired after 34 years of that work. I have insight into the school boards due to my experience working with young offenders under the age of 18. I also, from personal experience, I have 4 adult children who all attended the Bruce Grey Catholic District School Board in St. Basil's, Notre Dame, and St. Mary's here in Owen Sound. I now have 2 grandchildren in this board also. I understand the importance of mental health. Students and families need access to tools and resources to be happy, healthy, and engaged at school. I have the empathy and skill set to support our children, encourage their development, and inspire their well-being. I'd also like to express that our board, I will endeavor to continue the practices at our board to have inclusive practices which respects cultural diversity and uniqueness of each student. We value and guide all students to reach their full potential. We have monthly virtues that we express in all of the schools, and they are well accepted by all the students. Thank you for your time.